Bianca, that's right. Good afternoon. Tonight, after all the upheaval and the uncertainty surrounding the Democratic ticket, it will finally be complete. When Vice President Harris formally accepts the party's nomination for the presidency, it will follow last night's proceedings in which Minnesota Governor Tim Walz formally accepted the Democratic Party's nomination for the vice presidency with a speech that was filled with images of homespun Americana. There was lots of talk of small-town common sense, such as the governor learned growing up in Nebraska and then in the Midwest. There was talk of his career as a high school teacher and high school football assistant coach, praise for the woman at the top of the ticket, and a reprise of the governor's early viral hit in which he dismissed the GOP ticket mates as weird and dangerous.
It's not just me saying so. It's Trump's own people. They were with him for 4 years. They're warning us that the next 4 years will be much, much worse. You know, when I was teaching every year, we'd elect a student body president. And you know what? Those teenagers could teach Donald Trump a hell of a lot about what a leader is.
For many, the sight of former President Clinton, now 78, walking with evident frailty, his familiar voice reduced to a hoarse whisper, appeared almost ghost-like. But the old warrior still mustered some of the oratorical brio that defined his two-term presidency, which began, it seems hard to say, over 3 decades ago. Mr. Clinton at one point urging Americans, when they listen to former President Trump, don't count the lies, count the eyes.
His vendettas, his vengeance, his complaints, his conspiracies. He's like one of those tenors opening up before he walks out on stage, like I did, trying to get his lungs open by singing, me, 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 me. When Kamala Harris is president, every day will begin with you, 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 you.
There was no shortage of star power on hand at the United Center last night. Oprah Winfrey, quoting the late Congressman and civil rights leader John Lewis, no matter what ship our ancestors arrived on, we're all in the same boat now. And that, Oprah made clear, includes childless cat ladies. And Motown legend Stevie Wonder electrified the audience with an abbreviated but high-octane performance of his 1973 hit Higher Ground. Now, as you mentioned, Vice President Harris will take the stage on this, the concluding night of the DNC, to formally accept the party's nomination for the presidency. It'll be interesting to see if they can get the actual nominee, the person around whom this entire proceeding is organized, on television within prime time. That goal has eluded the organizers for each of the first 3 nights of the convention.